Hey family. So ladies, I just want to share something real quick. So I had my therapy today, and my therapist and I were going through this whole concept called radical acceptance. Have y'all heard about that? Okay. So radical acceptance is the practice of fully acknowledging reality as it is without judgment or resistance. This does not mean you approve of or agree with what has happened, but rather you choose to stop fighting against the things you cannot change. By accepting reality, you can reduce emotional suffering and move forward in a way that aligns with your values and goals. So I was like, okay. Radical acceptance reduces stress, anxiety, and frustration by shifting your focus from why did this happen to what do I need to do next. Or it helps you process difficult emotions without feeling stuck in them. Or it encourages self compassion, a sense of control over your healing journey. And that is the one thing that I do not do towards myself. I don't give myself any type of compassion. And so in today's therapy, and I'm sharing this because I know if it affects me, I'm sure it affects many of you all as well. Whereas, you running through your mind, why did this happen? Or why aren't I further along in life? Or, you know, why did I lose that job or lose that child or my parent or lose my career, whatever. And certain things we just can't control. You understand? But then, so, because for me, I'm always wanting to know, okay, what is the reason? There's always a reason for something. But some things that just is maybe it's just what God it has intended. Like, for example, a lot of times I get frustrated because I'm like, man, I'm almost 54. I feel like I should be much further along financially. I write, I've written books, I do public speaking, blah, 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 I do all this stuff. I have all this education. Why aren't I a multimillionaire now? Why aren't I even a millionaire yet? And so it's like, okay. And so when I find myself getting down and depressed about it, but all I can do is what I can do. I have to keep just, doing the best I can with my real estate, with my notary business. When I'm doing here, my teachings here, so that my channels to grow in the monetization in that way. Um, but instead of just looking at the issue, the problem, I got to radically accept, Angela, this is where you are right now in your life, and keep moving forward and be thankful for what I do have and who I am today. So another area I had to radically accept was when I realized, Angela, you've gained weight. Stop beating yourself up about it and just do something about it. Because for me, when I go to the gym now, I'm thinking, oh God, if I didn't gain this 50 pounds, I wouldn't have to be killing myself like this at the gym. But Angela, you did gain it. It is what it is, heifer. You gained it, okay? You drank too much wine at night, you laid down on it, and your booty grew. So, what you gonna do about it? You're gonna stop bitching and complaining, and you're just gonna have to just do what it takes. I can't change the past, but I can change the present. So radical acceptance, that's what I learned this week in therapy. I didn't do my morning meditation moment with you all, what I usually like to share, what I'm thinking about or praying about in the mornings. And so my therapist was like, why don't you share this on your channel, on your blog with some people? And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do that. And then it says how radical acceptance stops suffering. Well, it first stops suffering by it ends the cycle of emotional resistance. When we resist reality, we stay stuck in anger, resentment, shame, or grief. Radical acceptance allows us to acknowledge the pain without unnecessary emotional suffering. Um, Another way it stops suffering is it reduces anxiety and frustration. It breaks us free from emotional exhaustion, encourages mindfulness and present movement awareness, and it allows for healing and growth. Oh, here are some examples of radical acceptance actions, okay? Imagine someone who has gone through a painful breakup. They might resist reality by saying, this isn't fair. I shouldn't have to go through this. I'll never be happy again. This type of resistance, it says, increases suffering, making them feel stuck. But with radical acceptance, they might say, I don't like this, but I accept that the relationship has ended. I will allow myself to grieve while also taking steps to heal and rebuild my life. This shift reduces suffering and helps with more to move forward. At the end of the day, this radical acceptance, all of it is basically a mindset, right? Like it's all basically changing our stinking thinking. And in therapy today too, we were talking about how I have become, what is it called? Oh my God. Oh, I forget the word. But anyway, where I am so used to the negative self-talk and expecting negative and the next shoe to fall, till I have never walked in joy. Because I've told myself subconsciously, you don't deserve it, you're not worthy of it. Anytime that comes around me, I push it away. It's foreign to me. I feel more comfortable in emotional chaos. And so it's just amazing how I just thank God for therapy. I wish when I was a young teenage girl, when I was so angry and filled with rage, that I was going then. But back then, all you needed was Jesus. They think they're gonna pray the anger away. Child, please. I needed Jesus, a good therapist, and some antidepressants. But thank God, I am so much better. I am so much better. I suffered for years, you all, with anxiety and depression and anger. I suffered for years. And my therapist and I, thank God, getting to the root of it and the traumas that brought that on. And in working through those traumas to extend grace to myself, something I never did, never did, never, never, never. All right, y'all. I just wanted to share my therapy moment with you. Radical acceptance. So leave in the comments section or underneath. Let me know what area you had to radically accept. Like I miscarried. My husband and I miscarried a child years ago. I had to radically accept it. I was like, I couldn't keep beating myself up about it because I was like, what did I do wrong? What happened? Blah, 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 blah. And it's like, hey, Angela, it happened. Then let's move on and heal. And thank God I got pregnant about a year later with our little one. Youngest. She ain't little no more. But anyway, y'all, talk to you soon. Be blessed. Bye.